suis à la table ronde, sur ma catin, sur mes genoux. Cinq ou six coups qui me jettent à terre, à cause du
Quinoa, Louise Erdrich, Indigene Cause, Kinogonebik Indigo. Wigwasi, Mazana again, Adawe Wigamikon. Oh yeah. Birchbark Books is here. My name is Louise, and hello, welcome.
Birchbark Books and Native Arts is located at 2115 West 21st Street, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Snuggled in the affluent Kenwood neighborhood of Minneapolis, this native-owned bookstore is focused on shining a light on independent indigenous books, art, and culture. This bookstore has become the community and cultural hub of Kenwood. As we explore the space, keep in mind how the history of Kenwood adds to the warm atmosphere inside Birchbark Books.
We are more than a bookstore because of how much more than books we carry. We've got art, we have jewelry, we have music and games and language learning materials. We are a huge source of education here. We work with a lot of schools and organizations that want to gain more knowledge about Indigenous people. So whether that's doing things like this and having interviews with people, or providing very carefully selected language learning materials or history materials and stuff like that, we're always educating people, even if it's just through selling books. We've definitely touched a lot of different areas of the community with our presence. Yeah.
Well, our staff make the bookstore more than a bookstore, and books are always much bigger than what's between the covers, okay? But the way the space works, we had to, it's really hard to configure a tiny space like this, right? You can see that every inch is used. And it takes a long time of living with the space to know what is appropriate and what will work for a space. This is 25 years old, so only a few years ago did I figure out, oh, I can make that into a space there. I mean, we only had so much to work with. This is made out of an old sailboat, this table, and I think that's a perfect metaphor for the books on it. And our space has sacred tobacco in the walls, so that's why it's more than just a bookstore. It's about connecting with people on a number of levels, and it's more than anything, it's a labor of love. First started, I knew what the name of the bookstore was going to be before anything else. And I was told by someone who was helping me as an architect that there was no way to source birch bark or birchbark trees. But this is what I wanted. What's here now? So that's what I wanted. And I had to say to the architect, I don't know why you can't source that. We just couldn't. And so I went to some builders, and I really believe in talking to builders, to people who are on the ground working on your place, your interior, whatever it is. I know you guys are in design, but you got to be in touch with people like the carpenters and the people who are really building out your design, because what they were able to do was to source a storm blowdown of birch trees in Wisconsin, get a pickup truck and drive them all here. And then they put this up. This was their design. I mean, I think a designer would have been great, but I am really happy with how it came out. And they built that little doorway back there. They put in the confessional that I found. They put everything in. And that was it.